now? Now?
Check 1 2 1 2 1. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Let me know. 1 2 1 2. Okay, the mic is working. All right, we got the road back on deck. And guys, listen. I know people are like, "Oh, Solo, where you been? Blah, the market's going." I told you guys I stay on Patreon. That's where I'm at. But I want to say good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in this part of the world. You know, the world is a small place nowadays, but wherever you are in the world, you could have been anywhere, but you are with me. So I'm grateful for that. And we're going to talk about a couple different coins. We will be talking about Shiba, though, primarily. And let me know in the chat where you're at. We got 333. Robbie Rob in the building. Yes, sir. I know who you are. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? I see you. I see you. You know, you got the burner account. Yes, sir. Hey, listen, man. Hey, man. Don't ever let YouTubers tell you they ain't got a burner account. Every YouTuber got like 3 of those. You know what I mean? I got like 5 different Trendsetter Solo TV accounts, and then I got 5 burner accounts, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, you know. But welcome to the stream. Thank you, Berserker, for acknowledging that the mic is working. Thank you, Mr. Carbon, for acknowledging the mic is working. God bless you guys. As you guys know, there's been a lot of volatility in the markets, not just the crypto market, but we're in the markets, right? We're talking about the pound. We're talking about the dollar. I think that October is going to be a very volatile month. So what do I mean by volatile? Well, you know, the markets go up and they go down. I do think that we're going to see a downturn in the crypto markets, but we're also going to see a rally in October. I'm very bullish, but primarily bullish on Shiba and Lunk, as people call it, you know, Luna Classic. I call it lunch. And right now, if you look at a lot of your cryptos, I mean, we do have a little bit of green, but not much, right? ADA just, I believe they released their Vasil hard fork. Did they not? I'm not really sure. You know what? I haven't been paying as close attention to ADA as I should. I'll be honest with you guys. And you guys know that ADA has always been a coin that I've been bullish about, right? Still bullish on ADA. I'm still got a little bit of ADA. You know what I'm saying? Solana, aka the venture capitalist coin, as I like to call it, is at 34.11. Will Solana rise again? Whenever we have the next rally or bull run, yeah, sure. Dogecoin. See, you people keep playing with me, man, when it comes to Doge. One day, I already broke this down, but Dogecoin, when they get that Ethereum pairing, I think Dogecoin will be a top 5 coin again. Okay. Yeah, I think so. And I know people might think that's crazy, but Doge is already a top 11 coin. It's moved up. So I think that Doge in the future will be a top 5 coin. One thing that I want to say is, guys, as you know, this is not financial advice. In this market, you know, a lot of people say that sometimes I repeat myself because you have to, right? When it comes to crypto, and even to myself, I always say you have to have ice cold veins in this market, because nobody likes to look at their portfolio and you see that you're losing money. I was watching a YouTuber yesterday. I forgot his name, but he's a brother from Atlanta. And he was talking about how he had, you know, millions of dollars in his portfolio. And now his portfolio just got decimated, his crypto portfolio. Now, of course, lucky for him, he's a millionaire. So he still's got millions in the bank. So he's not tripping. And one thing I realize is, and I've said this before, people who tend to overinvest, they're the ones that tend to be more in a foul mood, you know. And I don't mean that to pick on anybody, but, you know, you shouldn't, me personally, my mentality is it's good to be bullish and gung-ho, but you shouldn't over leverage yourself where now you're wondering, how are you going to pay rent? Or how are you going to put gas in your tank, right? So that's why I always say dollar cost average, meaning that, you know, whenever you get a paycheck, you know, set a little bit aside and buy some coins. Don't throw the house in the kitchen sink at it. You know, I done heard some crazy stories in my days, people getting a $20,000 credit card and then they maxed it out on crypto. Now, lucky for the man who did that, I know a brother personally who did that. He was able to 2x his Litecoin investment. Now, for those of you who remember Litecoin, I used to talk about it when it was ranked number 3. Now, Litecoin is still a top 20 coin, but Litecoin is far from its all-time high of $413. But luckily, he was able to 2x it, cashed out, paid the credit card off, and then he kept the $20,000 in profit. Okay. I would never recommend doing anything like that. That, first of all, that you could call him a fool or say that he's got balls of steels, but I just want people to be responsible. Okay. So for example, I keep it a buck with you guys. I bought $5 worth of Shiba Inu today, about an hour ago. It got about 360, right? Now, I had somebody criticize me in a previous video that I did that says, man, you always talk about Shiba Inu, but every time we see you do a tutorial video, you only buy them $5. Yeah, the reason I do that is 2 reasons. Number one is to show you how affordable it is right now, right? To show you how affordable it is. And number 2, to show you how easy it is. And I do think that Shiba will do very, very well, especially in October. But as I said, there's going to be a lot of volatility. So if the market goes down, unfortunately, Shiba is going to go down with the market. But then we do have bullish news, right? Shib Eternity is coming out October 1st. Shibarium hopefully will be coming out in October as well. And I think those two alone could be catalysts to drive up the price. Now, I'm going to get into that more in a moment because, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. The fear to greed index is at a 22. Yo, Boston Data, are you feeling fear right now? You know what? Let's play a game. How are you feeling about the market? Type a number. 1 is like you super, super fearful, scary. 100 is you bullish, euphoric, beyond the moon. Type it in the chat. I want to know what the people's sentiment are on my channel. How are you feeling about the crypto market from a scale of 1 to 100, man? Just type it in. Be honest. Don't feel like you got to show out. You know what I mean? When people ask me, Solo, how am I feeling today? Oh boy, I feel I gotta keep it real. How I'm feeling today, Berserker feels at 100. Okay, that's dope. Anthony's at a 50. Okay, that's dope. Yeah, you know what, Mr. Carbon? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm at a 50 right now, and the only reason I'm at a 50 is because I don't know what's going to happen in the short term. In the long term, I know what's going to happen. Everything is going to go up, but that's in the long term, right? And so in the short term, I'm talking about for the rest of the week, right? The week ends what? On the 1st. So I'm probably at a 40. But the long term, if you count the long term where I'm at, I'm definitely at 100. Berserker says it ain't been up in a while. Yeah, you know what? And nobody likes it when the market is down, but this is the best time to buy, because make no mistake, when crypto starts to go up, when we see Black Ram, that stream, right? I think it was you, Berserker, or somebody who had the dream where they saw Black Ram wilding out on a live stream because of XRP. When we see that live stream of Black Ram losing his mind, it's going to be too late, okay? Now, XRP, I know a lot of people say, oh, why don't you focus on XRP a lot? Wait, I talk about XRP a lot, but the reason I'm not talking about XRP a lot right now is because I'm still waiting to see what happens with the case, okay? And I think that XRP will go down. I mean, it was at nearly 50 cents, if I'm not mistaken. But XRP, I think that, and you guys know how I feel. If you've heard me before, XRP is a good buy all the way up until, $10. So if you're buying XRP at $7, I don't think you're an idiot. I think you're smart. Why? Because XRP one day will be at $1,000, and then another day it will be at 10,000. There's no doubt in my mind. But when I say these numbers, people think I sound crazy. You know what, Black Ram? I was watching a good Netflix documentary yesterday on the GameStop community. They started on Reddit. Remember that? It's with Roaring Kitty and whatnot. It's on Netflix right now, and it talks about how GameStop was at a very, very low price, right? GameStop was at like $4, and all these hedge funds were trying to short GameStop because they thought it was going to die. And you know what? The community, they rallied around GameStop, and they were able to get it up to $504. And you know what happened? The powers that be, aka Robinhood and Citadel, they panicked and they pulled the plug because these entities were losing too much money. You know what GameStop looked to me like, Hedrix? It looked like the beginning of a wealth transfer. Because what was happening is the powers that be, the corporations, the wicked, whatever you want to call them, right? To me, they're one and the same. These entities, institutions, corporations, wicked people, whatever you want to call them, right? They're the ones who have the money, and they're the ones hoping that GameStop and AMC, these businesses will fail. But you know what? The people rallied. They were the Davids, and they were going against Goliath. And nobody thought that a bunch of, 9-to-5 people on Reddit could do something. Because guess what? The institutions, the corporations, they look at you, me and you, yes, retailers, right? That's what they call everyday people. They call us dumb money, and they call them smart money. But the only reason they're calling them smart money is because they got more money. No, just because you got more money doesn't make you smart money. It just means you got more money. And because you got more money, you can manipulate the market. So yeah, anybody can look smart. If I got $1 billion and I put it into a coin and it pumps 20% and then I take profit, yeah, I would look like smart money. You got $100, you put it into the same coin, it goes up 20%. Nobody's going to care. Why? Because it's a human thing. It's human nature, right? To be dismissive of people that don't have a lot of money. And guess what? Roaring Kitty and the GameStop community showed the powers in numbers. They showed what can happen when you have faith. And there were a lot of people that became millionaires. A lot of people that rode the bandwagon, even Elon Musk. Anything is possible. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is when people ask me why I always talk about Shiba Inu and these meme coins, because we've already seen this before. We saw it happening with GameStop. In crypto, we saw it happening with Doge, and we already kind of saw it happen with Shiba. We saw Shiba last year be the #1 most talked about crypto. So I don't understand why people don't think it can't happen again. When in 2020, the seeds were already planted. GameStop, to me, I don't know about y'all, but GameStop showed me that anything is possible. They took a stock that was $4 and they were able to get to $500. It would have hit 1,000. The only reason they didn't hit 1,000 is because the wicked had to shut the system. Excuse me, the corporations had to shut the system off to keep the people out of there because they were getting shorted. But can they keep holding AMC down? I don't know about that. October is going to be a very interesting month because now people's eyes have been opened. They understand the stock market a lot better. They also understand the crypto market. Now, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to go on this rant, but I want you guys to understand and have faith that anything is possible. If people rally together in the community, anything is possible. Anything is possible. XRP to 80,000 max praise. You know what? I believe it. Hedrix, Hedrax, I don't know how to say your name, Soldier of Christ. I believe it. I don't know when that will be, but just know that if you're holding to XRP, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. If XRP hits $80,000, you probably wouldn't want to sell your XRP because that tells me that something happened to the US dollar. If XRP ever goes that high, right? I will say buy a lot of gold and silver bars though, and make sure you keep it in a safe location. Now, I mean, Rob, we praying for you, sir. We praying for you. Drink a lot of water. You know what I'm saying? We praying for you. I'm saying drink a lot of water. I'm not trying to be sarcastic, but we're praying for you, brother. Definitely. You and my prayers, Berserker says, I'm still buying in. Yep. Hedrick says, only God can do to the whales, have nothing on God. Yeah, I mean, this is why I think that, people are saying, people want to talk about we're in a great reset, we're in a wealth transfer, right? I think it already started before we were even aware of it. I think that GameStop was the catalyst. And I think that we're going to see, I don't think we've seen anything yet in this reset wealth transfer. I think we're just in the beginning stages of it. I think GameStop was kind of like the one to say, welcome to the party. And then it woke a lot of people up. And I think that the people that aren't awake, if they're not awake now, they will be when they see Shiba Inu hit a penny. Make no mistake. That's true. That happened last January. Yep, exactly, Anthony. And it's how it's crazy to me how people forget. It's really crazy. People have such short memories. The GameStop situation happened January 2021 and parts of February. Yes, sir. Dogecoin happened at the December of 2020 and also January. Shiba Inu happened about a year ago. Remember last October? And a lot of y'all already forgot. That is crazy. Okay. So, guys, right now, let me continue. And I will be paying attention to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Please hit the like button. Likes are free. And you can also hit the Cash App moderators if you want to support, because this channel is not monetized yet, because we got to get the watch time up. Okay? So now there's a debate whether rising BTC Great Britain pound trading volume represents hedging demand for the cryptocurrency or speculative asset. So what does this mean? Well, what's going on right now is that there's been a lot of people in Great Britain buying Bitcoin. Okay, let's put it simply, right? You guys know that right now what happened, the Queen of England, she died, right? And so there's a lot of things going on in Great Britain. There's a lot of things going on in Europe, period. The US dollar now is worth more than the pound. I can't remember the last time it was like that. I just can't, right? The dollar's worth more than the pound. That blew my mind, okay? Bitcoin prices in different fiat groups. Now, if you look at the euro, you know what I'm saying? The euro has just been, eesh. And if you look at Bitcoin, it's going up in different fiat groups. So what does that mean? Are people starting to hedge? Is Bitcoin finally now being used as a hedge of inflation? Because there are a lot of people buying, a lot of different entities are buying. And if you pay attention to the on-chain metrics, right, the numbers that you don't see on the charts, they buy what's known as OTC, over the counter, right? So sometimes these prices don't get reflected right away. But anyway, guys, let's take a quick listen to Bloomberg, guys, because this is going to be a long stream. So kick your feet up, have some coffee. Let's pay attention. Let's see what the pundits are saying.
I see volatility everywhere. I see volatility in crypto. But if you dig a little deeper, there is some outperformance there.
It's really interesting to watch how the last couple of months have gone, because even though there are a lot of folks in the market that are worried that crypto will break again below that 17,500 mark, you still have the last quarter since the end of June, crypto doing pretty well overall. So if you look at a specific index that we look at, and this is an index of 100 digital currencies tracked by Bloomberg, you're looking at the NDIS.
You know, I heard a news saying, somebody said that 19,000 is the new 9,000 in the crypto market for Bitcoin. And I laughed at that. And that makes sense, because if you think about it, 19,000 was the previous all-time high, right? So I found that little meme interesting, but let's continue.
Crypto compared to digital assets 100 index, it has added almost 7% since then. That is pretty close to its second performer there, that is the dollar, at about 8%. The S&P 500 and gold even has fallen that time. So you're not looking at, of course, all of those classic risk havens performing all that well here. Now, there's some interesting questions here about whether that will continue on. Of course, crypto has fallen pretty meaningfully this year. I don't want to make 3 months a trend,
right,
but it certainly is something that has not fallen below that lower bound that we saw earlier this year, and in the last 3 months at least has been a pretty strong performance.
Yeah, not a trend necessarily, but we are looking for sort of the direction of travel. Sam Bankman-Fried, somebody that you know well, has been tweeting. I think we can bring it up here. Boy, with the world thinking differently about crypto price moves, they measured, if I think he means, they measured it versus world currency baskets instead of just the US dollar.
And I think that's a great point that he made, because of over the weekend when you saw these massive fluctuations in currencies across the world, you have the...
So think about it. If currencies are failing in Europe, right? And we know what's going on with China. And if the Chinese yen fails, where do you think they would put their money? Bitcoin. Maybe. Possibly. Maybe Shiba Inu. Probably. Possibly. I'm just saying. My opinion. Oh, Mike. This is what they call a hot mic. This is, yo, keep the video rolling. This is a hot mic.
The crypto crowd stand up and say, what does this mean for cryptocurrencies? And if you work in or live in a country where assets, digital assets, can be less volatile than your actual currency, you have people, for example, in Argentina that have flocked to digital assets in a very meaningful way, even El Salvador, even with that volatility.
Exactly. Argentina, El Salvador. And don't be shocked if you see China soon. And of course, Russia is playing these whale games, right? remember Russia said, "Oh, we're not in crypto. Oh, we accept crypto. No, we're not accepting Bitcoin. Oh, yeah. But now we accept Bitcoin." Why do you think they're doing that? They're trying to play whale games with you. They're trying to make you discouraged. They're trying to shake people out. But guess what? In 2022, we ain't falling for it no more. We fell for it in 17, 18 when they said it, 2019. We even fell for it in 2020. Well, I did. I don't know. Some of y'all probably didn't, but I did. But after 2020, I was like, nah, I'm not falling for this no more. I see where this is going now, right? I mean, they trying to discourage you guys so bad. And then XRP started pumping, right? Mr. Carbon Master, yes, XRP. Let's keep the energy on XRP right now. Yes, XRP started pumping, right? Because the court case, which is to me, it's a psyop. I already think they already have the resolution. I mean, remember, guys, that article that came out on Yahoo News? Hold on, let me show that article that came out that XRP won, and then they had the article up for 30 minutes, then they took it down. Remember? Hold on, let me see if I can find a screenshot of that. Hold on.
Then what does the digital asset mean? It means a lot more than if you're living in a much more stable nation.
There are still some dissenting voices, some of them louder than others. I'm thinking, of course, of Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan. What did he have to say recently about Bitcoin in particular?
Yes, of course, if you're looking in the traditional finance world, TradeFi, you are looking at Bitcoin as a decentralized Ponzi scheme, is what Jamie Dimon told regulators and lawmakers last week. However, let's think about what...
You know what? Isn't this the same guy, Jamie Dimon, that said that if anybody in his office has Bitcoin, that he would fire them? And then 3 years later, now they have because he works for JP Morgan. Now they're doing custody for Bitcoin. Come on, man. It's all these manipulative tactics to get people riled up in fear. This is goofy.
Crypto has done and what it looks like. I wanted to point this out just as an exercise here, Ed. We had tips, inflation protected bonds up. Why does that matter here? In the sake of crypto has long been, pitched as an inflation hedge. And I want to say, for the people who even say that that as an inflation hedge has fallen apart, so has tips, which are inflation protected bonds, which was a hedge fund favorite this year. So you do see both traditional finance and DeFi hitting a little bit of, a roadblock here in the narrative in terms of what crypto means for many people.
Hey, very quick, we just had the merge. What's the next kind of calendar event that the crypto world looks to?
Yeah, well, it's funny that you mentioned the merge because Ethereum was a big part of that outperformance in that index in the last 3 months. But again, does that continue on?
Yeah, the Ethereum merge too. I think that there's been, and I gotta be honest, guys, because even I've had some of you guys hit me up, right? On the Telegram group or Patreon, and you're like, yo, Solo, this is some manipulation going on. Because if you look at it, even from a technical analysis standpoint, some of these wicks they don't make sense. And I said, yes, manipulation. I've been telling you guys this. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's real. It is very, very real.
To what extent does that filter into other assets? Do you see that same love in other proof of stake networks, things like Solana and the NFT world? As we know, there are a lot of interesting things happening when you look at the ape community, for example, and we've talked about it here, the Moonbirds as well. So again, the tangential assets to Ethereum we're looking at.
Okay, guys. So this is just a breakdown of what's going on with Bitcoin and whatnot. Okay, now guys, let me show you guys this right here. This happened last year. For those who remember, right? Yahoo had an article up. I think I took a screenshot as well, but I'm not gonna go look for it because I got a lot of screenshots. But this shows right here that SEC versus Ripple legal fight is over. They reported this on October 2021. They had the article up that XRP and SEC, they settled the case. This was about a year ago, guys. They had the article up for 30 minutes. Then they took it down. Now, let me ask you this. Why would Yahoo Finance put an article up saying that XRP won? Oh, I know what some of you are saying. Well, these news sources, Solo, they have articles ready to go for either. Yeah, I get that. But how do you make the mistake of publishing it? See, these are just some questions that sometimes you got to ponder and say, who dropped the ball? Because make no mistake, somebody got fired over this article dropping. Or maybe there's somebody who had the heart to let the people know what's going to happen. Now, wouldn't it be crazy if they decided to make the announcements on October 1st of 2022? I'm not saying it'll happen, but wouldn't that be nuts? Either way, a lot of things have already been decided behind the scenes. It's just a dog and pony show to get you guys out of there. You know what I mean? Let me see what's going on in the chat. Hedrick says the queen died is the changing of the guard. Yes, it is. It is. So pay attention to what happens in Great Britain, right? Pay attention to Prince Harry, Prince Charles, or King Charles. Let's see if King Charles will remain king. Berserker says, LOL, Euro's going down and they stay doubting us. Yeah, it's a lot going on. I mean, it's the system is we're alive right now during a historic time. We're seeing a reset. We're seeing a wealth transfer. Make no mistake. And when we talk about the wealth transfer, it's the people that are in position to receive the wealth. Now, you got to make sure that you're on point with everything, particularly the Most High. I'm not even going cap. You got to make sure everything is right. But I've seen more videos now about people talking about crypto, Shiba Inu, Terra Luna Classic. I've seen more people talk about crypto now on YouTube than I ever have. And I've been making content like this for 5 years. But now you see a lot of people coming in and they're talking about it. And now we're also getting a lot of prophecies in there. And I know some people might think that's crazy, but, I'm a believer, definitely. Because if you see where this is going, how can you not be? Boston Data says they don't want you in low. They want you in when BTC blows up past even buying a piece of the cookie. Yeah. I mean, prices are going up insane. And, there's a lot of people that they're going to, you know what, guys, I hate to say this, but there's a lot of people that they're going to regret that they didn't get into crypto. They're going to regret that they didn't get into XRP, that they didn't get into Shiba Inu, that they didn't, you know what I'm saying? That they didn't get into these coins. They're going to regret it because when they flip the switch. Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. Terra Luna Classic. You guys have heard me talk about this one for months, right? Now, we've had some good news that Binance now will enable the on-chain 1.2% burning. This is good news. However, they're going to be burning it after every week. So, I think the first burn will begin today where they're going to send it to a burn wallet, okay? Terra Luna Classic, I think, will do very well. But I think that, right now, if you haven't gotten into it yet, this might be a good time to have a dollar cost averaging strategy because there's going to be a lot of volatility in the markets, okay? And a lot of people, of course, if you know, then you know. Now, Terra Luna Classic, I'm very bullish on for various reasons, right? People can talk about trying to get this to $1. You can talk about where you've seen it. I've had visions of seeing Terra Luna Classic go all the way from $3 to $9 or 3 cents to 9 cents myself. Okay. And so I was talking to a buddy of mine and he had a vision or a dream of where he saw Luna Classic at a $15 billion market cap. Right. And a lot of people are dismissive of dreams and such. And you guys know I'm a believer of dreams because I dreamt that I met one of my ex-girlfriends before I even met her. In the dream, I couldn't see her face, but I could see the outline. You know, I can see the outline. Yes, sir. You know, but regardless, if we look at it from a fundamental point, okay, prophecy aside, let's look at it fundamentally, because we have a lot of people that don't believe in prophecies and dreams. Let's look at it from a fundamental point. Terra Luna Classic right now is the #1 trending coin that is most talked about. And there are a lot of Ethereum whales in this coin, a lot of institutions, right? So I do think that this coin will, by the end of the year, I think will do very, very well. And I think that by the end of the year, it will hit 10 cents. That is, I'm saying that. I'm saying that. I think by the end of the year, it'll hit 10 cents. And when we, and I know that sounds crazy, but you know what? It wouldn't be the first time I've said something that sounds out there. The fact of the matter is, this coin right here, it shouldn't even be talked about at this point. If we're looking at it fundamentally, this coin shouldn't be the #1 trending coin or the most talked about coin in the crypto community. This coin shouldn't even be ranked fundamentally at the number 32 spot right now. It's supposed to have been dead. No, it came back rising from the ashes like a phoenix. It's still here. It's still here. It's still here. You know what I'm saying? Now let's take a quick look at staking. So bonded staking is at 9.37%. With unbonded, we've already hit 10%. So a lot of people are staking it. It's gone to 646 billion being staked. That is great. I remember when this was at 340 billion. So what does that mean? It means that people are staking. If you, and for those who don't know what that means, is staking is where you can have your Luna be locked away for some time and you earn interest on it. Okay. Depending on where you have it staked, you can earn anywhere from 1 to 5%. All right. Some people claim more, but once again, it depends on where you have it staked. And here's the thing. Just keep in mind that when you are staking Terra Luna Classic, that if you unstake it, it'll take 21 days for you to get your credits. So keep that in mind, okay? But right now, a lot of these prices that we're looking at are good prices. And eventually, I think that there's going to be a time where people will say, man, I remember this solo guy talking about this when it was, 0.00026768. And now this is $1.40 sometime in 2023, hopefully, right? I can't give you a time on this, but I think in 2023, Luna will hit $1. I really think so. I think that right now, the way that these world currencies are unraveling, you're starting to see it now. It's like a pendulum swinging from one side to the other side. And it's swinging slowly. Like right now, it's swinging slowly. Like you can see the crash coming. And when we get closer to the crash, the pendulum is going to accelerate. It's kind of like the little pendulum that I got right here. You guys can probably hear it. It's like these little balls where one hits one end of the ball and then the other one hits one end. It's doing it very, very slowly. Can you hear it? But I think that it'll accelerate. It'll accelerate. And when the acceleration happens, you want to make sure that you're in position. Have your limit orders set. You guys know I've done tutorial videos. If you don't know how to do it, I do have a crypto course as well. Check it out. Moderators, please post my crypto course in the link. Also, we got that on Patreon, but I do have limit order videos on how to do limit orders on Coinbase and Qcoin and Bitmark. People ask me about Binance. I told you guys I don't use Binance. Binance, they thieves. They locked me out of my Binance account 3 years ago. I haven't been able to get in since. And so since then, I decided I'm not using Binance. So, yeah. If we look at the burn where we're at right now, right, we're at 6 billion right now, a little over 6 billion, as you guys can see. And if you look at the lunch burning chart, it has, from the 21st, it has gone up exponentially. And now it's kind of, hit like a a steady, consistent line. And I think it's going to keep going up if you look at the 30-day, but I think eventually it'll keep going up. And so the more lunches burned, the better. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about, well, we're looking at 5 years and 4 years if it hits $1 or 5 years. I'm saying we'll hit $1 next year. I'm saying we'll hit $1 next year. I'm looking at it from a broader perspective, right? Berserker says, I agree, don't know when, but lunch is going to blow up again. Yes, it will. Lunch is going to blow up again, and Shiba is going to blow up again. I think that Shiba is going to do very well. Let's talk about Shiba Inu. Now, I know a lot. I've reported this, and your favorite YouTubers have reported this. They always talk about Shiba burn rate is up 1,000%. Shiba burn rate is 500%. But why is the price not up? And guys, the answer is very, very simple. The answer is very, 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 very simple. Shiba has an insane amount to burn. Shiba has a lot, okay? Shiba has a lot of a supply. So, you know what I mean? So basically, even if the Shib rate is up 100% burning, if somebody burns and this article does a great example out of it. If the article burns 10.4 billion Shib, that's equivalent to $115,000. Okay. So what do I mean by that? So what it means is that there's a lot to burn. Okay. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people are bullish on the Luna burn, Terra Luna Classic, because with Terra Luna Classic, it doesn't have a high volume of Shib. But I think with the Shib burn, with Shiba Eternity coming out, Shibarium coming out, those are going to be catalysts, right? They're going to be catalysts to allow Shib to burn. Now, Shib Eternity is coming out October 1st. That is the Shiba Inu game. And by the way, guys, if you download it from your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store, guys, make sure you're downloading the correct Shib Eternity game, Shiba Inu Eternity game. Why? Because there are fake people putting out fake apps so that way they can touch your Shiba. Okay? So you guys want to, me personally, when it comes out the first day, I'm not downloading it. I listen, I'll wait for the third day. Okay? I'm going to be like Noah on this one. I'm going to let the bird go out the window. Okay? Just because the bird didn't come back after the 7th day, don't mean it's time to go out yet. No, I'm going to wait. Okay? I'm going to be patient. Just because the bird, listen, a lot of y'all, the bird doesn't come back. You're like, okay, it's time to go. No, there's still water on the ground. I'm going to wait. But Shiba Inu is part of a point now, a 15.7 billion market. Okay. And so what does this mean? Well, let's look at this article and break down some of these numbers. Since people want to talk fundamentals, we talk about both. We'll talk about prophetic and we'll talk about fundamentals. Prophetically, you already know where Shiba is going. You already know. 1 penny, 10 cents, $2. It'll happen. Okay. I'm gonna break it down fundamentally how some of the catalysts are that could get us there possibly, and I could be wrong because when you always think it's gonna go one thing I've learned about crypto is when you think something is going to happen one way, it doesn't always happen the way that you think. Sometimes things just happen. For example, I was around back in 2017 when people said that XRP could never be $1. People said, oh, this was when XRP had like 40 billion something, right? And people said, oh, it's too much. It'll never hit $1. Well, guess what? XRP went to $1, went to $2, went to $3, right? So what I'm saying is you can never accurately predict how something will happen, but there are catalysts that can help you to be able to gauge trends that are happening from a fundamental aspect, okay? So Shib Army, Satoshi Kasuma mentioned that 5% of Shib Eternity revenue, excuse me, will be used to burn Shib. I'll leave you some statistics below to give you an idea. Important to know that game burns are an extra. The real oven will be Shibarium, which will burn with each transaction. Exactly. Shibarium is going to be the main catalyst that we're waiting for, okay? Total revenue in the card game segment is projected to reach 15.7 billion in 2022. Total revenue is expected to show an annual growth rate of 14.3.6%. Now, this is talking about the market where SHIB Eternity is going to be. You know what I'm saying? So does that mean that, 15, let me be clear. I don't want people to conflate this. It doesn't mean that $15 billion is going to come into Shiba Inu. That's not what that is saying. It's saying that SHIB Eternity now is exposed to a market where there's $15 billion in that market. And what does that mean? It means that you have people that can partake in the Shiba Inu ecosystem through SHIB Eternity, and they might not even be Shiba hodlers. But because they're paying SHIB Eternity, that'll help with the 5% revenue burn. And that's something that we want. So I think that SHIB Eternity, if we can get it to Axie Infinity levels, that would be great. That would be amazing. And when I say Axie Infinity levels, I'm talking about users that play Axie Infinity during Axie Infinity's height last year, right? And so right now, SHIB Eternity has already been released in Australia and Vietnam. Vietnam is very popular. Vietnam, Philippines, they're very popular when it comes to crypto games. But it'll be released officially October 1st. But Shibarium is the main catalyst that we are waiting for. Definitely. $28 gets you 100K of lunk. Yes. Yep. Definitely. And I think that a lot of people right now, because the markets are so volatile right now, if you have $100, this is what I would do, not financial advice. Let's say you got $100, man. You might dollar cost average by 50. And then if it goes low again, you might dollar cost average when it goes lower, right? That is for both SHIB or you know what I mean? Or lunch, as I like to call it. Now, let's take a look at Shiba Inu's popularity. The most Googled cryptocurrencies in every European country, okay? This article came out, I don't know, I've shown variations of this before, but this article came out a couple weeks ago, September the 10th. I want to be accurate. If you look at how popular Shiba Inu is, right? When you look at the top 5 cryptos, you got Bitcoin, you got Ethereum, you got ADA, you got Shiba Inu, and then you got Dogecoin, okay? And I mean, Bitcoin, as you can see, is very popular, but Shiba Inu has got Russia, Ukraine, Spain, Portugal, France, UK, shout out to all my UK brethren, Italy, Austria, Hungary. Kind of disappointed in Germany, though. I don't know, Germany, y'all need to get with the program. ADA got the Netherlands, Cardano. They got the Netherlands and Bulgaria. I don't know what's going over there. Sweden is all about Ethereum, and Latvia, okay? Slovakia is about Ethereum. Those countries that are popular about Ethereum, I wonder if that's where the hackers be at, I just got to say, any country where Ethereum is the most popular, that kind of raises a red flag. I'm like, yo, is that where the hackers stay? Like, let me know. Okay. So as you guys look, I mean, Shiba is very popular, and I like this map breakdown. Denmark, it just shows you guys what other countries are looking at. I think that sometimes in America, particularly, we just tend to think that we're the only ones who are doing things. No, the whole world is on crypto. It's not just America, right? There's people are moving crypto in Asia, Philippines. People are moving crypto in Russia, Ukraine. It's popular in the whole world. It's borderless, right? So this just goes to show you guys how popular Shiba Inu is. And there's a lot happening behind the scenes where trillions of Shiba just got moved, okay? Now, this is from fundamentally speaking the speculative, but 2 trillion ends up in this whale's wallet. An Etherscan showed 1 trillion of SHIB were transferred between 2 Anon wallets, which indicates either spreading one whale's riches to various addresses or a purchase. Okay, guys? Blockchain is very transparent. We can see when the money's moving. And when I mean money, I'm talking about digital assets, crypto. We can see it. This is the transparency of blockchain. Now, we don't know who's moving it, but this is a lot to be moved. And then I also heard the other day that more people are buying SHIB, these whales. right? It's the most traded token, right? So Ethereum whales are buying SHIB left and right. So it's very, very interesting to me to see what is going on with Shiba. I know that there are a lot of institutions that are shorting Shiba, but make no mistake, as soon as Shibarium launches, that shorting, they're going to be longing it. Okay, guys? Once you start to, and this is why I recommend, guys, for those who don't understand what I'm talking about, go watch that Netflix documentary about GameStop. It'll break everything down to you. And then a lot of the stuff that I'm saying in this video will make so much more sense as to why I'm speaking like this. Roaring Kitty, you guys who don't know who that is, by the time the documentary, you're done watching this, a lot of this stuff will make so much more sense to you. Okay? So at this time, you have to position yourself. And how do you do that? Besides buying, make sure that you have a strategy in place. I always talk about that. A strategy in place of where you're going to take profits and how are you going to take profits. Okay? So for those of you who don't know what to do, I have a template on my Patreon where that'll allow you to have a strategy on how to break profits down, okay? Or you can set limit sales. I mean, there's different strategies that you can have to have profits. Are you going to cash out on Coinbase, or are you going to cash out on a DApp wallet? Or are you just going to, I mean, what strategy do you have? And I want people to start thinking, having a strategy, you know, setting limit orders. You know, if you plan on swing trading, meaning you're taking the profits of Shiba, then putting it into XRP, what price points are you looking at? These are questions that I want you to start asking yourself. And once again, guys, I'm not a financial advisor because my plan might be different from your plan. And number one, me, as I said, I'm not a financial advisor. That's not my qualifications. I'm just a guy that is very enthusiastic about crypto, having coffee and talking to you about crypto the same way that I would talk to my boys about crypto. We have these conversations, okay? We do. Oh, look, we got a fake Daquan in the building. Daquan, where you at? They looking for you, dog. Where are you at? He says, who cares about Shiba Inu? My Coin Terra Classic is way better. Hey, Daquan, listen, we rock with Terra. We rock with, well, you ruined the coin, man. Just go over to, your coin ain't even Terra Classic no more. You rock with Luna 2.0. That's your coin. We don't want you in Terra Classic. So stay over there. Stay over with Luna 2.0. You panicked, and now the cops are looking for you, dog. And that's another thing. Let's talk about Daquan. Daquan is what happens when the hubris of man and the ego becomes prideful. There's a king in the Bible. Let's take it back to scripture base. King Nebuchadnezzar. I've spoken about Nebuchadnezzar before. He was a big dog back into those ancient times. He was a big king, right? He ran the Babylonian Empire, right? And Nebuchadnezzar one day was walking around and he became proud. He really thought he was that dude, right? In the Bible, it says something like he became very proud. Like in his mind, he thought he was God. And then God struck him, right? God struck him. And next thing you know, he was like a beast. He was eating grass. He had long nails. He was very unkempt for 7 years. And then God, after 7 years, and 7, by the way, is a prophetic number. After 7 years, then God restored him, right? And why am I bringing Daquan up? Because this is what happens to a lot of people who suddenly become, powerful. They get monetary power. They get a community power. They let their hubris, their ego, go insane unchecked, where they start to believe that they're kings, and even, God forbid, blasphemy. But some of these people then believe that they're gods. And you know what God loathes the most is somebody who's prideful. And guys, I'm telling you this, when you get these millions and billions, are you going to serve God or are you going to serve Mammon? Because make no mistake, we've heard stories of so many people who let their pride be their downfall. One of the guys that I used to love watching when I was a kid, he was the first person that I watched that helped me to defend myself. I used to knock people out after I watched them. Mike Tyson. And when I say knock people out, I'm talking about I was 5 years old at the time, right? This is a true story. I used to get bullied in kindergarten. And my dad got tired of it. He's like, you know what, man? My dad bought me the Mike Tyson documentary, right? And then after I watched the document, this is a true story. After I watched the documentary, I was beating the bullies up. I was doing the pickable style on them, right? And my mom had to come to kindergarten to get me because I was beating everybody up so bad. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make, guys, is that Mike Tyson, we know his story as well. At one point, he was considered the greatest boxer. And his downfall, you guys already know. And that story saddens me. Because Mike Tyson, everybody always wants to talk about before he went to jail. But then everybody nobody wants to talk about when he fought Lennox Lewis. Mike Tyson should have been long retired before he fought Lennox Lewis. But a lot of people, what I'm trying to tell you guys is don't let the profits, becoming a millionaire, multimillionaire, decamillionaire, or even a billionaire, don't, have a plan and don't become too prideful. Because as it says in the good book, Proverbs, pride comes before the fall. Okay? And so that's something I want people to be aware of. And also make sure, guys, and this will be advice, protect yourself. I'm definitely telling you that. Protect yourself. Any legal way that you can protect yourself, protect yourself. I will give you that advice. Protect yourself. Because, the funny thing is about money, and I've already talked about this before, but that girl that kept curving you, now all of a sudden she's blowing you up on the phone. The homies that dissed you, now all of a sudden they trying to be buddy-buddy again. Now all of a sudden everybody wants to be your friend. Some of you haven't even thought about that because some of you are so focused on getting this money that you haven't thought about what will happen once you get the money. Now all of a sudden you're surrounded by vultures and snakes. People that have written you off long ago. Do not let those people back into your life. Tell them people to keep the same energy and stay over there. Because the worst thing you can do is when you come upon some wealth is now you want to flex. I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I know some people don't want to hear it, but these times that we're approaching, it ain't going to be no time for no flexing. There's not going to be no time for no flexing or stunting. If that's what you're in it for, okay, cool. If that's what you're in it for, just know that, they might get at you. There was a rapper that just died by the name of PNB Rock, right? Some of you may have heard of it. He was at a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles with $100,000 jewelry on. Now, I don't condone anybody killing another man. That's not what I'm here to say. But I'm here to tell you guys that you'll never see Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates with $100,000 worth of jewelry in the hood. Matter of fact, you will never see Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates with $100,000 jewelry, period. When you really got it like that, you ain't got to show it. You ain't got to show it. I'm not here to say that you can't have fun with your money. Yes, you can. But I'm here to tell you that you got to move wisely because there's going to be a lot of vultures and wolves and snakes looking at you as food. Don't start feeling yourself and think that Shorty's with you now because you're handsome. No. She with you now because your hand got some bread. That's why. Don't start feeling yourself. Trust me, guys. I know. Okay? God has a good way of humbling. He has a good way of humbling you. And the last thing I will tell you guys this: you do not want God to humble you because it can be ugly. You will repent. Yes. But I'm telling you this so that you don't even have to get to that point. Trust me on this. Yeah, Rob, you're right. Flossing is hood poverty mentality. Yes. And I'm saying, like, we're talking about a food shortage, right? We've been talking about this on my channel for 2 years. We talking about now they're talking about famine, right? This is not the time to get on Instagram and show off your new Lambo and your Patek watch. This is not the time for it. They caught PNB Rock. He posted that, his girlfriend posted that Roscoe chicken and waffles on Instagram, and he was dead within 30 minutes. There's going to be people that are going to watch you. And I know some of y'all thinking, well, ain't nobody care about me. No, because when all of a sudden you become a millionaire or billionaire, word is going to travel fast. It's going to travel very, very fast. I'm going to tell y'all this. When I become a billionaire or multimillionaire, you know how y'all know? I won't be on YouTube no more. You won't find me on Instagram. You gonna find me. When all of a sudden, I'm gonna be like Roaring Kitty. You know what happened to Roaring Kitty when he became a millionaire? He said, okay, guys, this is what go on his channel. His channel's still up, Roaring Kitty. He said, hey guys, GameStop is up 5x. I'm gonna focus on my family. Peace. Roaring Kitty ain't did a video in over a year. Nobody knows where he is. Don't Google me. My name finna change. If you call me, the number's cut off. I'm just letting you know. The email is going to say, this email address doesn't exist. Okay? You ain't going to find me. You'll find me pop up randomly somewhere. You'll be like, wait, is that Solo? Nah, that can't be him. He's too skinny. You're going to see me pop up. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, now, before I end the stream, and then take some questions. Let's talk about Sheena Inu. Now, Sheena Inu, not Shiba Inu, but Sheena Inu, the wife, okay? The wife, the future bride of Shiba Inu. Now, you guys know I talked about Sheena Inu on my defunct channel, where the market cap went from, when I talked about it, was at a $3,000 market cap, and then it went up to 50 billion in 3 days, right? Now, people have asked me, are you still rocking with She? Yeah, I still got She, right? And now one of the promoters, his name is Rizbo, he made a video about this. And guys, let's take a look at this video because this is going to be very interesting.
In this video, I'll be covering some of what we currently know about the Sheena token. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you that you should invest, even though I have. This is for informational purposes only. Sheena Inu is branded as a female version of Shiba Inu. If you're not familiar with the Shib token, its history, or its founders, you may want to pause, do some research, and come back. Anyway, the code is a modified copy of Shib's. It's my understanding that this is a complicated way to build a token with no apparent benefit. So it seems that the developers may have went out of their way to establish the narrative of She being Shib's literal counterpart.
Okay, Rizbo, man. I mean, bro, brother, man, I got to rebuke you for that picture, brother. I got to rebuke you. I got to rebuke you, brother. This is a family channel, brother. I got to rebuke you, man. But it's in love. It's in love, okay? It's in love. I don't know what type of freaky deaky stuff you on, bro. You got to repent for this picture, brother. But listen, listen, nobody's perfect. You guys know I used to do a lot worse than this. Amen. So let's continue.
Sheena was quietly launched on Valentine's Day. Most of us did not even discover this token until months later. In hindsight, there may have been some clues. The day of the launch, the Shib Twitter account posted this video. When you overexpose the last image, you can clearly see the numbers 22822. Coincidentally, February 28th was the date liquidity was added to Uniswap from the Sheena deployer. Since then, word of mouth has spread about the romance, and the community has been steadily.
Guys, do you remember when I made the video about Sheena being a trending token on Qcoin? A lot of y'all probably don't remember because I make a lot of videos on Patreon. Facts. Guys, I'm telling you this, and I got to be careful what I say because, I've been, I got to be careful because it's not financial advice. But make no mistake, if Shiba Inu is the husband and Sheena Inu is the wife, You don't think the wife is going to come up too? Because if Shiba come up, if the husband come up, you know what they say behind every good man is a good woman? Okay, I get it. I get it. Y'all don't want to hear me. Y'all be like, man, shush and play the video. Okay, I got you.
Growing. Within only a few months, we've collectively burned 28% of the supply, leaving 14 trillion tokens in circulation as of today. Liquidity is burnt, a sign that the team intends to stick around, and the contract has passed a third-party audit. I've saved a copy of this document in a Google Drive, linked in the description below. These are the Twitter handles of the elusive, mysterious individuals we know to be involved. It's my belief they're under NDAs, and that may be the reason for their vague, cryptic tweets. Now, the white paper indicates that Xi's primary mission is to unite with Shib. Okay, I get it. The two
right? That's what happens, right? Once the husband unites with the wife, she's gonna help the husband. You know what I mean? Listen, guys, I know what y'all thinking, man. Forget that. I'm not trying to get married. I just want to be happy with the rando. Yeah, I get that. But all she gonna do is help you spend your money. Get you a Sheena. She gonna help you make more money. Not financial advice.
Dogs are in love. But does this relationship have any meaning in terms of DeFi? Fortunately, there are some breadcrumbs we can follow. Sheena's staking mechanism, which will burn tokens for charity, is on the verge of going live. Notice that you can stake both Shi and Shib. The addition of...
Is that coincidence? Oh, Solo, this is a conspiracy, man. Okay, all right, man. I'm just saying, bro. I mean, it's like, you know, they put 2 gold coins in your face. Is that coincidence? I don't know. Let me continue playing this video.
Shib is a new reveal only within the last few days, so that's one theory we can mark as confirmed. On June 13th, this illustration was posted on Sheena's Instagram. The caption states, "She knows no borders, she has treats for her partner Shib." Does this mean the Sheena team is also developing Treat? Could Treat be the reward for staking? We may find out very soon. And now onto the controversy. Ryoshi posted his manifesto in May of last year, which first mentioned the Shi stablecoin. So of course, when Sheena launched, many wondered if this might be her purpose. However, the white paper states that Sheena will never be a stablecoin. So it's clear the team is not trying to mislead us, but it begs the question, why else would they adopt the name Shi? There's no way this was a coincidence or an oversight. In this July, Shytoshi posted an update stating that a version of Shi had been submitted by an independent group of developers, which sounds like a reference to the Sheena team. It's also worth noting that the Sheena website was registered over a year ago, 1 month prior to Ryoshi's article. Is it possible that at some point during the process of developing Shi, they found a reason to pivot? In the original white paper, there's even a mention of new Ethereum contracts on the roadmap. And the team's hints give an impression that more is yet to be revealed. This article is a breakdown of the recent white paper with a focus on the staking mechanism. Here the author describes how this could be a method used to support a stablecoin. The link is in the description below. I strongly suggest you check this out. On another note, the Shiba Eternity game is coming out soon. Here are some of the graphics. And on September 22nd, during a live Twitter update about the game, a fellow Shi investor asked the panel about the meaning of the wedding card. This question seemed to catch them by surprise, but Shytoshi was quick to DM the panel, and they relayed his response that this is part of a, quote, later story. Even more suspect is that...
Well, yeah, because, you know, they got to go through the engagement process first. Metaphors, you know what I mean? I know some of y'all get that. But, you know, before you get married, you got to get engaged. Get it? You guys get it. Engagement process. Man, somebody, is anybody listening to me in the chat? I know I'm not going over y'all heads like that, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
That the audio recording of this meeting has yet to surface. I can't possibly go down every rabbit hole in this video, so if you'd like to read about more clues and strange occurrences, I've included a link to this article. But regardless of conjecture, I just want to state that I still believe this token has a lot of potential. For one thing, it's the community that ultimately drives the success of any decentralized project, and Sheena holders are incredibly passionate. And since there's never been a female meme token at the forefront of the space, I think Sheena's appeal could bring more women into crypto.
Yes. Yes. I've talked about this too, why there are more women in crypto. And you know what, Reg? I know a lot of people might not agree with me and disagree, but you know, the sad part is when women, you go on a date, let's say sometime in 2023 or 2024, and she's telling you about her portfolio, there's going to be a lot of men that are going to feel, because there are a lot of women that are getting into crypto on the LOW. How do I know? I talk to them. They ask me for advice. These women are on it. If anybody can tell that when a reset wealth transfers, women, women are just more in tune with this, okay? They just are. They know women can smell change, you know? Yeah, I got to keep it real. And a lot of men are talking about passports. Nothing against that. But we're on the verge of an economic collapse. And you guys want to talk about passports. Okay, let's continue.
So as birds continue, progress is made, and perhaps more theories confirmed, this could easily explode in value, especially considering that by crypto standards, it's still practically an infant. By comparison, imagine if you had bought Shib at a $3 million market cap. And keep in mind, there are over 500 trillion Shib tokens compared to Shi's 14. As others have stated, this is a matter of simple math, my friends. If you think you can solve the mystery that is Shi, I suggest you follow both the Sheena team and the Shib team. What you'll find is interesting, to say the least. Finally, to the Shib holders who are skeptical, take heed of the words from one of your own. Don't call Sheena a scam. Do the research. We can agree to disagree on what hasn't been confirmed, but at bare minimum, it's a charity token with an extremely well-written proposal. Thanks for taking the time to watch this presentation. I sincerely hope you found it useful.
And shout out to the homie Rizbo. Very intelligent brother, very knowledgeable. I've had the pleasure of conversing with him. So shout out to him. He knows what he's doing. And yeah, guys, I'm posting the video in the chat for those who want to review it again. And do your own research, guys. Don't take his word for it. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Do your own research, okay? And I'll say this. So Sheena Inu is what I'm saying is, as you guys know, I do hodl some, right? I'm not affiliated with them or anything like that, but I have some, and I will continue to monitor what is going on with them. And I think that in the next 2 years is going to be glorious for Sheena too. But once again, guys, don't take my word for it. Do your own research, okay? All right, guys. So with that being said, it was great to do a stream. I'm always thankful for people joining the streams and whatnot. I'm blessed. And yeah, guys, we're close, man. We are very, very close. This is the 11th hour. This is not the time to get discouraged, man. We're very, very close. This is not the time to fret. You know what I'm saying? Just hold on to your seat. We're about to be in for a wild ride going into October and then going into November, December, and January, guys, okay? We're in for a wild ride. We're closer than ever. And I think that a lot of people will be pleasantly surprised, okay? And all I'm trying to do is help you guys get ready in any way possible. So when things happen, you guys already know what to do. I don't want you guys to be people and I'm just speaking hypothetically, Bitcoin goes to, 80,000 and now you're talking about FOMOing in. No. Listen, if Bitcoin goes to 80,000 within the next 2 years, right? Whenever it goes up there, or 100,000, right? I don't want to hear people in my audience talking about FOMOing in. You should be cashing out. You should be already taking profits. You know what I mean? But human nature is going to be a lot of new people coming in. And so we're going to have to give them the game. Okay. But until then, It is well. Oh, KJ, I see you. What's up? What's up, girl? I see you in the chat. But until then guys, October is going to be lots happening. So keep on the lookout for October. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys. God bless y'all. Make sure to hit the Patreon for my daily content. Make sure to hit the Cash App if you want to support. Also, make sure to subscribe, get the notification, so that way you can be in tune with what's going on. Because October, definitely, I'll be way more active, okay? Anyway, guys, God bless you. God bless the world. Take care. One love. Peace.
Irresistible now.